right, people. I just happened to pass by this devastation yesterday that took place in Jamaica. The removal of people for what they call them squatters, they call them off the land, squatters of not government land, I guess it's business land. So these hotels can do what they need to do. And I was so devastated about this. Oh my gosh. I was so devastated about what happened when I. It's hard, that it's hard for people. It's hard for people that are struggling, you know. And more and more, this is for lack of knowledge where people perish. We think we are these poor homeless people. We think that's who we are, but what we're doing, we're living out of nature. We're living out of who we are. When we talk nature, when we talk about nature, we only see the woods and the water and but who we are we're nature, we're divine beings, and the houses, the physical building, they too are temporary, and it was just so heartbreaking to see people don't have a home to sleep in, especially children, but watching the coverage of what happened, I have to give it to the men. Oh my gosh. The men in what I'm seeing on TikTok. I'm not saying some women weren't, is not compassionate and have a heart for these people, but the men are going out and be like, you know what, this is not what it should be. There could be a better way in dealing with this. And I know I have a small channel, and I'm just hoping that if these developers, if these hotel people, these developers that are going around the world, and I know it's not just the Caribbean, I know it's not just Jamaica, that you have a lot of hotel chains that are popping up in the Caribbean, South America, I know, Caribbean, which in some part of South America. You have to go into these countries and make friends with the natives of the land. Don't go in all with your money, all powerful. That's not the type of world we're living in. You need the people on your side. So if this message find Falmouth Resorts, I'm not sure which one of the hotel chains they work for, but if this message find Falmouth Resort, you have to do a better job with branding. And whatever company you work for, you can't be treating people like that for hotels to go to develop hotels. You have to have a rapport with the natives of the land wherever you go to. Let me tell you, this is not like back in the day. We have social media now. People are going to join together and know that listen, this is how they treat the people in Jamaica. These hotels are going in and developing the islands, and this is how they're treating the people so they can develop their hotels. Then people not gonna wanna come to the hotels. People don't want to come to the hotels knowing that you're throwing off, bulldozing people's houses and throwing people off the land so you could develop hotels so we can come and enjoy yourselves. No, we want fairness. We want fairness, you know. So the way this they did yesterday, there had to be a better way. I know people are saying, "Oh, they had notice from 2025, no, or from whatever 1993 or 2005. They gave them notice to leave the land." But people, remember, everyone will remind you that Jamaica just suffered a Category 1 hurricane. Category 5, the largest hurricane that ever to hit the world. Okay. The largest hurricane passed through not even a year ago. Not even a year ago, these people were so devastated. We had Melissa, the Category 5 hurricane, land on a small island. The people are just trying to get back together and get themselves together. And then this, we have to have some compassion. And I'm just gonna talk to the business out there, and that listen, hotel chains and whatever. You don't want to have a bad report of coming in and throwing the natives off the land to develop the land, because listen, we too, the natives is gonna use the hotels. And with social media and everything, we can ask our friends around the world, listen, we don't need to go to this hotel for what they're doing. So please play nice with the people in the land. And as I said before, oh, the men I see on TikTok, I have to shout them out because they are so compassionate about this. They are like, listen, there have to be a better way. And this is just telling you that the energy in the realm is rising, especially today. Today is a very high vibrational day. I think we have a full moon. And something I'm going to talk about, they said we're going to lose gravity for 7 seconds. But really, I don't know if it's gravity. I'll tell you what I heard in my meditation this morning. But to continue in Jamaica, when I was passing this devastation yesterday, there's one thing that just keep coming in my mind. Where are the women? Woman, where are you? You need to rise. You are the spiritual leaders in the family. You are the spiritual leaders of your children. I know I'm talking about Jamaica, but women around the world, we got to rise. Because yesterday I saw the cops, the bulldozer, I saw people just crying and everything. But let me tell you, all I could think about, if that was me, I'm calling on Mother Earth. I'm calling on nature. Let me tell you, that's where we have to get to as women. That's what we were doing. That's what our ancestors were doing. They tried to take us out of that and gave us the church. But we're spiritual leaders. We're one with the earth. We're one with the wind. We can speak. Listen, this feminine energy is very powerful, and everyone knows it. We need to start calling upon the wind. We need to start calling upon the water. We need to start asking Mother Earth, Mother Earth to protect us and protect our family and protect our children. Woman, rise up. Take authority. Take authority. You're spiritual leaders. You're not just here to cook food and have babies. You have a more divine purpose. You have a divine purpose in this realm. Because let me tell you, they're coming for me. Listen, I'm gonna hum and vibrate through the entire realm till it reaches the core of Mother Earth. You can beat the drums and beat the drums and hum and dance. The weapons of warfare is not carnal. Let me tell you, the weapons of our warfare are not carnal. They're mighty through pulling down of strongholds. That is what they're afraid of. Get your drums. You're not going to go out there and fight them. We can't fight them. They have the cops. They have the soldiers. They have the bulldozers. They're just pushing people over. The poor old ladies. They don't have the willpower, but you know what they have? The God within them. Woman, start humming, start dancing. Yeah, we can party, we can do whatever you want, but you have to have a spiritual life. And stop talking about Jesus and all that. No one's coming to help us because we have all the power within. We have it here. Use our mouth. Use it to speak to the trees. Use it to speak to the waters. Use your power. Don't, oh, God is going to get them. No, you're the God's not going to get them. Because if you hum and dance and sing and beat your drums, those people have to remove from off that property. It's a spiritual warfare now. They try to take us out of our spirituality. And they said, oh, our ancestors were primitive. We're primitive. That's what they say. Our ancestors were primitive. No, they're not primitive. They knew they're one with nature. That's why 80 they demeaned 80. They want that story that we heard about Haiti where, oh, they're obia workers, they're voodoo workers. Yeah? Yeah, what happened? Okay, I don't know what happened. Okay, they want to say, oh yeah, they're Haitians are obia workers, voodoo workers, whatever. When they were coming to their land, they used the ocean. Speak to the ocean. Ocean, get rid of my enemies, just like Jesus did. You know, why Jesus was able to walk on water. Jesus walked on water because he knew he's one with the water. He tells the water, don't let me fall, don't let me sink. And if you know that, Peter started sinking because Peter started disbelieving, like, oh my God, I'm walking on water. And he started sinking. Come on, woman, rise up. Rise up. We're here more than to work. We're here. We're the spiritual leaders. Create a place to dance and meditate and chant, and beat your drums. If anyone out there who they're planning to come again and take, this land is ours. This land is ours. This is the original people's land. They're using what kind maritime law to take it from us, telling us that we come from Africa. And if you're claiming you come from Africa, you have no right to this land. We are Jamaicans. It starts with an XA. You know, we are Jamaicans. I hope my phone doesn't die. We are Jamaicans. So stop saying you came from Africa. Stop saying you came from Africa, else you're not going to have any claim to the land. This is our land. Yes, we signed up and we created governments and all that and gave them to make laws on our behalf. But anytime we can get rid of that and be in our natural state and go under natural law, because that's what we're going back to. Because this government law and rule is not working. Yeah. So that's it. This is for the woman. Woman, you got to rise up. You have to rise up. The energy is calling you. And you're not going to have a chance, because today when the extra magnetism is coming into the earth, let me tell you, you're going to start vibrating higher. You're going to start feeling things. You're going to just start knowing things, because this is a feminine realm. This is a feminine realm. This is Mother Nature, Mother Earth, this realm is, and we have to take authority. You see what they did yesterday? They took the men out the community before they come in, so the men not there to protect the woman. The masculine energy wasn't there to protect the woman. And but I really see some men. Divine masculine is also rising. Men are coming into their feminine. Men are coming into that divine feminine. They're coming in. They know they're protectors. They know they're here to protect families, to protect the babies, to protect the woman. Woman, you have to know. When I say come into your divine feminine, what I'm saying, you have to know that you are the spiritual protectors of your family. You are men, the men, a lot of these men are coming into that knowledge. They too are coming into their divine feminine. And feminine doesn't mean you act like a woman. That's what they want to do. That's why they make being gay such a taboo. So, you mustn't want to be called feminine, because being gay is nothing new. That doesn't have anything to do with your spirituality. Because you're gay, that means you can't tap into your divine feminine. Come on, stop the division. Stop the division, and let's come together as one. You know? All right, so that's my take on this. And what the enemy meant for bad. Right now, let me tell you, whatever they want to do, they just want to try to garnish energy for today. They want us to miss this energy that's going to pour out today with the distraction. They could have done it another day, but they're not going to do it another day, because they want to harvest the energy that's coming into the realm today. The eclipse and the magnetism, increase in the magnetism of the realm. Remember, magnetism represents the divine feminine. And there's something going around that today we'll lose 7 seconds of gravity. And I agree with Nikola Tesla that something about gravity is not right. And I was trying to seek in my meditation this morning, and what my higher selves or my guides told me, that it's mass. It's mass. And that mass is the amount of energy that's in something. That's what they call gravity. So they said gravity is going to increase, and then people's going to float. Gravity is going to decrease, and when gravity decrease, then people is going to float up in the sky, or something going to happen like that. That's not going to happen. But we have to remember that they mix the truth with the lies. They mix the truth with the lies. So they want us to believe in gravity, and I really don't believe in gravity. I think what they call gravity is the stronger energetic force, which is magnetism, and that's just me. That's when the ball, as Nikola Tesla says, when a ball falls, it goes wherever the highest energy is, and that's magnetism. That's why everything falls to the earth, because up there it's just electricity, and it's not as powerful as magnetism to stop the ball from not falling to the ground. So when they say a decrease in gravity, what they're really saying, we're gonna have an increase in magnetism, and I don't know, I don't think it will be felt. It's just a fear. And when you see our leaders act this way, there's something great going on in the realm. Remember, we're in the last days, what the Bible calls last days, but it's not the last days. It's the last days for them. It's the last days for your rulers. It's the last days for your controllers. So they know. Anytime, look around the world, the earthquake, they want you to be distracted. If you're distracted, you won't tap into this divine, pure love energy, mother energy in the realm today. There was an earthquake in Colombia. There's all distraction all over. everyone out there, today is a beautiful day. There's going to be more energy coming into the realm today more than at any time. And I don't know, not everyone this energy is fit for, but it's definitely fit. This energy is for, but it's definitely for those who are God's children, who are the children of this earth, and it's ready to ascend. So yeah, so make sure you're tuning in. Don't be distracted by everything that they're showing you. Go within, it's time to rise. We're going to rise. So just continue to love, And the women, they were, some of the women were so hard. Oh, they need to move. They need to move. Come on. How many people can afford to move? How many people can afford to move? So listen, let us be compassionate. This go back to the vaccine that they had us take. It's the same thing, not because your government says take this, you got to take this. No. We have to. I don't think, not because they say, oh, you lose your job if you don't take this vaccine. You're going to lose your job if you don't take this. Let us lose the job. We say we believe in God. Let us lose the job. Listen, if I was a contractor and you said, go over there and hit and use the machine and break down those houses with people living in there, with babies in there, you think I would do it? You think I would do it? Listen, at the core of who we are gods. We are divine beings. And not because, and the laws, listen, the laws doesn't govern spirituality. The laws that we go by is just for this corporation. So just like they told you in COVID, if you don't take this, listen, you're going to lose your job. We have to be willing to lose the job. Oh, if you don't go over there and bulldoze some people's houses, you're going to, we have to. If you're a cop and you're out there and you'd be like, if they say go out there today and you need to make sure you take home $1 million, listen, anything, because they know we are judged by what we do. If you took the vaccine, you are going to be judged by your body. The government not going to come out and says, oh, no one can do anything for you. Oh, I'm sorry, and I'll take the headaches and your heart problem and that. We have to give an account for what we do in this mind, in this body. It determines if we are going to be ascended or not. So we can if we trust God, if we're going to do the right thing, and it's going to get harder and harder and harder for us to go with our gut than to go with what the government is going to say, because they keep testing us. Because next thing I know, it's going to be food. Next thing, it's going to be food. Oh, you better do this or you're not going to eat. You better do this or you're not going to get water. First thing, you better do this or you're not going to have a job. How many people passed that test? How many people was there? Well, you know what? Take that job and shove it. How many people passed that test? So at this time, listen, not because the government says, oh, you need to leave the land. You need to leave the land. There have to be something. People are human beings. They are gods. You might see them here just because they can't afford to afford a home or live on the streets or can't live like everybody else is living. They should not be treated as dogs and as animals. They shouldn't be. So be careful the role you're playing. No one deserve for their homes to be taken from them. No one. There's ways of doing things. Natural law, the laws of the universe trumps every laws. And they know that. They know that, but they use your energy who are so tied up into this physicality, into this matrix, into this cooperation. They use that, to do whatever they want to do. People, you have to wake up. It's love. God is love. And if it's not love, it's not of God. So, everyone, well, no, they said no one's here, but, everyone just be safe. Be safe out there. Love yourself. Love yourself, as, Jesus said, listen, oh, you're going to say you love me and you can't love your brothers and your sister. I mean, when you come in contact with God, or the source of everything, that love, you'll never be the same again. You will never be the same again. And we live in a country where there's a church on every corner, and we still have a hard time at extending love. Because God, you have to love yourself first. You have to go within and love every aspect of your being so you can love somebody else. You can't be judgmental of yourself. And you can't be judgmental of yourself and say you love somebody else. You have to love yourself first, and then you can love others. And that's where we have to go. That's the time we're in. We can't listen. Your prime minister, those in authority, your jobs and whatever. All they can take away is the physical things in this world. You are more than this. After you leave, after you end your work on this earth is ended, there's a spiritual aspect of us that have to give an account of what we do here. So losing a job is nothing. And you might say, oh, when you have to provide for whatever. If you know who God is, you will in no need. No need. If you say, you think I'm going to go over there I'm going to go over there and bulldoze 200 people houses and everything. No, I'm not doing that. You don't think the universe will provide for you? If you say, no, I'm not taking that vaccine, the God I know will provide another job. You think the universe or your God or whoever you serve will not provide for you? That's not who God is. That's not who God is. So we need to take a chance. Take a chance on God. Take a chance on believing that we're beautifully and wonderfully made, and God is love. All right, everyone, be blessed.